You know how you can look at your retirement account balances and still feel uneasy about spending? Well, if you've saved well for retirement but still don't feel confident spending, this video is for you. By the end of this video, you'll understand what the real risk of retiring with plenty is, even though nobody talks. Most retirees are terrified of some big market crash coming along and wiping out their retirement savings. Financial media makes this worse. Every day you hear daytime TV commercials that are urging you to buy gold or annuities. They are incredibly dialed in to their target audience. It's not a stretch to accuse them of preying on retiree and pre-retiree fears. They are pitching their annuity, precious metal, other super duper safe asset as a silver bullet to the cataclysmic market. It's always just around the corner. They speak directly to that fear. Now, I don't say this to sound flippant about the prospect of losing money in the market. Most of these commercials can be lumped together as modern day fear-based marketing. After all, market risk is something we can manage our exposure to through the investments we pick. Market declines are a legitimate reason to worry, but they don't deserve the top spot on the worry totem pole for retirees. The real risk is indecision, not knowing what to do with your money and when to do it. Analysis paralysis, fear of making a mistake. These aren't bad things, by the way. It's good to be cautious, but you only get one retirement after all. Going slow, being diligent, that's good. But eventually, the world will shrink around you as your health prohibits extensive travel, for example. Wouldn't it be nice to have a plan to spend your money while you still have your health? Caution is rational. Caution without a plan eventually turns into hesitation. The conversation about risk would be incomplete without at least acknowledging how risk changes over your lifetime. When you're working, you have accumulation risk. This is a function of how much you save and the returns you get. Will you have enough when you get to retirement? Think of it like pushing a big rock up a hill. It takes a lot of effort. Then the rock could always roll back down and smush you if you stop pushing. But eventually, you reach the top. And the risk changes from the rock flattening you to the rock running away. So risk in retirement is all about decisions, timing, and behavior. Decision risk is real. We don't have unlimited time. So dollars that we are not spending today are dollars that we may never get to spend. Some people will enjoy a spectacularly long life. A lot more people will live to be something closer to average life expectancy. So many conversations, articles about retirement planning are hyper-focused on what we call longevity risk, or the risk that you're going to live until 105, 110, 120. What happens if you live for way longer than you planned? How much more money will you need, even though you only had enough money to maybe last until 90? That is a risk, and a big one. But vitality risk, we'll call it, almost no recognition. Consider very few people will be capable of spending money on their own terms up until the day they die. Instead, it's important to remind yourself that vitality and spending money on your terms are linked. Once your health declines, you won't have as many options to spend or enjoy your money as you did before. Spending money is obviously not the only way to enjoy your money. Not many retirees are taking the family to Disney in their 80s or 90s. Now, some people are so afraid of what could happen in the future that they don't allow themselves to spend any money to enjoy today. Their fear of the unknown or the future causes them to not spend money leading up to or during retirement. Some people hesitate on retirement altogether in a quest for more money in their war chest. That hesitation to spend, enjoy money doesn't just show up as a line item on your expenses. It's a feeling that compounds year after year. Only when it becomes obvious that you won't ever be able to spend all the money will you realize that you could have done more sooner. Every year you live in a retirement means one fewer year of expenses left to fund. Nope. All right. That's a very weird, cold, not fun way of looking at it, but that's the reality of having a nest egg that you're pulling money from. The passage of time reduces the amount of money you're going to need for the future. That's the delicate balance that is so hard for retirees to find. Spend too much too soon, and maybe there won't be enough money left over for whatever comes next, that big variable or wild card. But spend too little, and the IRS or your kids enjoy all the money. Someone is going to spend more load. Why shouldn't it be you of your own volition? What good was all your sacrifice if you don't figure out a way to actually enjoy it? Now, don't be deluded into thinking that you saved all this money for your kids. Most adult kids would choose time and experiences with you over an inheritance later when they may be financially independent anyway. Think about when the gift to them would be most meaningful. I would bet that it's not when they're already in their 50s or 60s when you pass away. So this is why your account balances, they don't bridge the gap between feeling like you have enough money and having permission to actually spend it. Balances by themselves, they're just a number. They don't actually give you permission or translate how much you can spend sustainably. Just like those clickbait headlines that tell you how much money every age cohort has saved, or the commercials of yore that prescribed having $1 million. Your situation has nuance and deserves a plan that helps you turn your account balances into a sustainable spending plan. Plan that actually encourages you to enjoy your wealth. Go! spend while you still have your health, right? This feels familiar, it's incredibly common, and the indecision risk undermines otherwise great retirement. If something I said spoke to you, I write a short newsletter about retirement without fluff or fear, and you can subscribe below if that would be helpful.